We back with another one, man. And today we're gonna get into this video about Munna Duke and Youngin getting killed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say it was retaliation for Duck. I really don't know. We finna watch this video and find out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button.
Munna Duke and Younggin headed to the north side of Chicago to the Edgewater neighborhood for a fun night out as they were celebrating fellow O-Block veteran Gleesh's birthday. They would spend the night at the Pork Chop Barbecue Restaurant and Bar on the 6300 block of North Broadway. But as their evening at the restaurant came to a close and Duke, Younggin, and their group exited the restaurant, at least two gunmen who had reportedly been hanging out in front of the restaurant.
And for a lot of people that don't know, it will go down on Broadway. So don't go up north on and be on Broadway thinking you safe, because it definitely will go down on Broadway.
Waiting for them would jump out of a vehicle, firing at least 50 shots, hitting Duke, Younggin, and a third man who some thought to have been Domo from the 600 set, a brother of the founder of 600 called D-Thang. Unfortunately, both Younggin and Duke would tragically pass away, and thankfully, the third man ended up surviving. The aftermath of the shooting was recorded by passers-by that showed Youngin's lifeless body laying on the pavement.
I don't know what's going on. You straight? You got shot? Yeah.
An officer familiar with the investigation told newspapers how security video showed the gunman escaping in a stolen Infiniti Q50, which cops found less than 2 hours after the shooting, abandoned and burning on the 600 block of East 134th Place, almost 30 miles south from the scene of the shooting in the far south side. Munna Duke had posted a story on his social media just 6 hours before the incident, his last Instagram story featuring him in the car with whom many believe to be Younggin, Domo, and Domo's sister, listening to G Herbo and flexing jewelry including his O-Block chain. Meanwhile, Youngin's last post was ominously captioned, "We outside, DM the gang for the location," and Younggin too would be spotted wearing his O-Block chain.
And y'all gotta stop dropping y'all location, man, and letting people know y'all outside. You know, if you got real ops out here, the minute you let them know where you at, or the minute you let them know you outside and you be in their location for too long, they can slide right up on you.
Chain at the gathering. It would be one such O-Block chain, allegedly splattered with blood, that Duke and Youngin's alleged killers would post not long after the murder, snatched off an O-Block member's corpse, or at least that's what the posters wanted everyone to think. News of the deaths begun to spread quickly online, with associates confirming Munna Duke and Youngin's passing through heartfelt posts, including those members of O-Block who were particularly close with the two, like Muwop, Duke's alleged right-hand man in the murder of Get Right. Munna Duke had also recently become a father, welcoming a child with the former partner of OTF D-Thang, the late brother of rapper Lil Durk. But following him and Youngin's death, it wasn't just those close to them paying their respects, as the well-known ops of O-Block like STL, EBT, Taekwon World, and Gyro City would immediately begin to troll on social media. Taekwon World members paying tribute to their fallen friend Poppy, this playing to the long-held rumor that Duke had been involved in his murder. But surprisingly, none of them would pay tribute to Get Right, which many people on Reddit would argue was actually proof that Duke wasn't one of the shooters in that case. But meanwhile, O-Block and their younger generation.
Nah, a lot of people say that it was Duke that killed Can't Get Right. A lot of people say it was Melly. You know, it's been this whole thing online. Everybody did all these videos talking about, like, who really killed Can't Get Right. And I'm finna tell y'all, don't nobody motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people know, but like the internet don't know. And I think that's the way they want it to be. But it be certain times, Can't Get Right, sisters speak out. There's been times where members from STL done spoke out. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take it with a grain of salt, because people speak out at different times, and then you'll be thinking, oh, well, this must be the killer, or this must be the killer, or something happened to this person, they spoke out, or something happened to that person and they spoke out. So, you know, it's just all up in the air, but it's crazy that people want to find out who killed Can't Get Right that bad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to let stuff be what it be. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody do an interview and actually say, or unless the police put out some paperwork and actually say who it was, that's something the internet might not never know. But every time Can't Get Right, you know, either the day he died or his birthday come up, that question always come back up, because there's more and more and more and more talk about it.
Like TSG would make social media posts promising get back, with members of TSG announcing to the world and probably the police that they were already busy sliding on their ops, posting on social media asking where the ops are and that they must have gone into hiding knowing that O-Block was on hunting time. But who they were hunting is a completely different matter, as it seems that when it comes to the possible suspects, there are many different theories. One of the leading drill reporters in Chicago, or drill historian as he calls himself,
Truth teller, home of the truth teller.
Truth
Teller
Teller
be
TV
wildin'.
would suggest that the murder may well have been in retaliation for the murder of rapper FBG Duck, meaning that the suspects may be from the sets close by O-Block, like STL EBT, aka Tukaville, where Duck was from, or possibly Taekwon World, which has many members closely affiliated with Duck's set.
You know, it's a real war going on. It's already talk in the street that this is get back for FBG Duck. And they did this for FBG Duck. I'm not sure. I don't want to throw that out, you know. But I can tell you it looked like...
Now, I'm going to say this. Everybody know, you know what I'm saying, O-Block killed FBG Duck. It was in the public. They got put on trial. They got found guilty. You know, they was on tape, you know, all that, right? So we know O-Block is who killed FBG Duck. But at the same time, when Munna Duke and Younggin got killed, I didn't see nobody really post about Duck like that. Like, no, rest up, Duck. And you see what I'm saying? I didn't see that. Like the usual post that it would be. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that. Like if they was doing, if it was for Duck, I ain't see nobody. I mean, it'd be crazy. Like for as many people that like Duck and mess with Duck and was around Duck and all that, you barely see any, you know, posts about Duck. You barely see it. So I don't know if it was get back for him or not, but I know I ain't really see no Duck post that day. So who knows?
Like they were targeted and murdered. The streets are talking and people saying this revenge for Duck. You know?
Another YouTuber from Chicago, also known as a Gyro City original and a close friend of FBG Duck, FYB J-Main, would take to his YouTube channel to comment on the situation, racking up hundreds of thousands of views within a matter of days, and reporting on the murders with a somber tone despite being from the rival area.
Sad day in Chicago, bruh. Two of the main O-Blockians lost their lives last night, bro, due to gun violence in Chicago, bro. We don't know what's going on, bro. So it's kind of early to start pointing fingers and all of that. It's never a good feeling when you lose a brother, you lose somebody who close to you, you even lose somebody a friend that you could be able to call.
As those who have followed the Chicago drill scene know, despite J-Main's previous involvement in the gang war as a member of a gang who was some of the main rivals of O-Block, he spent the last few years pushing peace in the Chicago drill community and trying to build bridges between people from rival gangs, even visiting O-Block himself in vlogs while attempting to repair the fractures between these two warring communities.
Do y'all homework on I got one.
And then he ended up getting kicked out the O with the whoops, you feel me? Like, and, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like, a lot of people was mad at E-Dog or whatever, but at the same time, you know, I felt what E-Dog was coming from. So, like, the thing with this whole pushing peace, like, you could push it as much as you want to, but everybody not gonna be on that. Like, you don't want to be, you know, knowing you was part of this war and then somebody catch you when you think they pushing peace and then you like, I'm pushing peace, and then they blow your head off. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you know it's a gray area, and I understand that. Like, I don't think nobody really want the killing. I don't think nobody really want to see nobody get killed. Nobody wants that, but at the same time, everybody know what side they from. They know when they stepped in this is what they chose. And if some come your way, you gonna defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that boils down to. You know? I think J-Main should have took the approach to where it's just like, we understand what happened and we know everything that go on, but like, just try to just, you know what I'm saying, keep things cordial till we get in a better place. Like, it's not something you could do like overnight, bro. Like, people done lost their family members. they brothers. You know what I'm saying? Some people in this done lost sisters. People done got hit innocently. Bystanders. Mothers was lost. You know what I'm saying? Fathers was lost. You feel me? So it's like talking to those people is different than somebody that just was like, all right, I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of the gang, yada, yada, yada. And they in it, but like they ain't never really lost nobody or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? Versus somebody that really lost somebody close to them, it's going to be hard for them to do that.
One of the original old block-ins taking me to the O right now. Let us start here.
That address, I didn't want to show that motherfucker. Come on, go on here. What you ready, Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah. We represent that Muslimatic, man. Represent that Muslimatic. We live here in O Block. We got J-Main, we got DQ from O Block. We bring it, man. We making peace. We pushing peace and prayer on purpose. Alhamdulillah, the brothers gonna make peace right here on camera.
And another thing, J-Main was bogus for dressing up like a Muslim, then turned around and said he wasn't Muslim. That's crazy. I ain't know you could do that. Like, how the hell? Like, I ain't know you could just dress up like a Muslim, pretend you a Muslim, and then turn around and say, nah, you ain't even no Muslim. That's crazy.
Man, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
However, not everyone was welcoming J-Main with open arms, and during a subsequent visit to O-Block, he was forced to flee the scene after O-Block veteran E-Dog turned up, furious about J-Main making comments about him in interviews.
He even put me on a because he got me on DJ. He can't do this.
Munna Duke had actually come out after this visit and dissed J-Main too, suggesting that it was disrespectful of him to pose with his cereal brand in front of King Von's mural whilst also wearing a ski mask. It's understandable why O-Block members might have felt some type of way, because before J-Main was pushing peace, he was known for pulling stunts like going to O-Block with a machine gun on him. After apparent pressure behind the scenes, J-Main would take to his channel once again, giving a chilling update on how he's been warned about pushing peace with his former rivals, given just how deadly the beef still is.
Motherfuckers telling me now, J-Man, you better keep it on you now. Two old blockians just got whacked. You even the whoop man out here pushing this piece and you out here trying to stop the violence. But whole time, when shit like this happen, it's kind of a smack in the face. Do something different in my life, bro. Either you gonna respect me or you not.
But somewhat surprisingly, suspicions on the culprits of this double murder would also begin to fall on O-Block's former friends, Front Street, as online sleuths would claim that the person in the pictures holding the O-Block chain while wearing a ski mask was actually a Front Street member called Bawop, who, according to online detectives, is tied to at least 2 other murders, these being towards Front Street and O-Block's common enemies, the murder of Cord from STL EBT in 2021 and Lil Take from Taekwon World in 2022. Then, another leaked image would get posted on Reddit, showing another alleged member of Front Street wearing the same chain, the caption simply being a series of laughing emojis. But as the person who had posted the image would notice that it had been shared on Reddit, he would seemingly decide to delete his entire Instagram account, with the Redditors predicting that their self-snitching had made certain that they would get caught. Meanwhile, O-Block would catch wind of the rumors floating around the net, with both Ike Munna and Ocho Munna commenting on a post saying that the chain isn't Youngin's or Duke's. And in reality, it seems unlikely that anyone would spend time trying to remove a chain off someone's neck in such a public place, not knowing if the victim's friends were going to return.
Now, this is the thing about this O-Block chain, right? They said it wasn't Duke chain. They said it wasn't Younggin chain. Now, I've heard O-Block chains done came up missing. O-Block chains done got stole. O-Block chains did get took from people. A lot of stuff was happening with them O-Block chains. I don't know how many total O-Block chains Von had, so we'll never really know. We don't even know if that's really the Walmart, my damn Temu, all the motherfuckers. They copied the O-Block. You go on Temu right now and get an O-Block chain if you want one. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really say we don't know. But the guys from O-Block say it ain't none of theirs. I don't know what happened to those other chains because I don't know how many of them Von had, he got it, whatever, but people, it was rumors or whatever that people did get their chains took, and it was rumors that some people sold their chains. So, you know, it is what it is.
fire at any moment. Meanwhile, other Reddit detectives have pointed out how the getaway vehicle was found burning literally right next to the Aldgeld Gardens, the home of OTF Chuckies, an Action Savages ghoulie gang, aka Bloodbath, while their members would also post subliminal Instagram posts, like an emoji showing 2 fingers up, this seemingly implying that they had just caught 2 of their ops. If these rumors are true, this could mean that O-Block is about to face some very difficult times, and the question becomes, who would Lil Durk and his OTF affiliates side with? They're longtime friends from O-Block, who have done many things with Durk and for Durk, but who have recently lost many key members due to death or prison, or Ghoulie Gang, whose rapper Chucky is currently one of the top artists on Lil Durk's OTF label, which desperately needs somebody to bring in money now that Durk will likely.
And that whole situation is crazy because Chucky is with OTF. Y'all know Durk got beef with Lamb Run as well, but Lamb Run ride with the O, and the O was riding with Lamb Run, but the O was cool with Durk as well. Man, I don't know, man. Sound like a backdoor waiting to happen to me, but all that's crazy. And Durk got to focus on beating his case right now, so he'll have to work all that out when he get out. But at the same time, right now, all the Durk thinking about is beating that case. He ain't really worried about Chucky or this or that or who, you know what I'm saying? He ain't worried about all that right now. He got a whole case to beat. So, but that is crazy though, because if you cool with all them sides, it's like you don't know who to trust. You know what I'm saying? Like that, yeah, that's weird, bro.
They stay locked up for a long time. Many people seem to think that this case could be solved any day now, if the Chicago police are just willing to allocate some of the required resources, but they often take their time, and only time will tell if anyone is going to face justice.
Look, Chicago police will know. They'll deal with him when they get ready, because that's how they is. But y'all get in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.